And we're live.
And we are live. And ladies and gentlemen, everybody is buying the dip. Nobody's buying the dip. There's a guy shit posting. Everything in between is happening. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to be talking about anyway in today's crypto news update. We are joined here by my good friend Michael. How are you doing?
Teaching boy is always good, man.
Always good, always good. But you know what's not good right now? The market. The market's shitting itself. Everyone is freaking out. I actually put in, for the first time, a job application to McDonald's. I'm thinking we can earn some recurring passive income. And hopefully here we have enough income to actually buy this dip. Because if you're shorting, I mean, what are you on? Right now, the market's in extreme fear, dude. It's insane.
10, literally greed and fear index is at 10. So it's like, I mean, it could go lower, but honestly, it's so low right now.
Dude, if it gets any worse here, so for the longest time, I told people that the bear markets are for playing crypto games. What money am I supposed to use to play these crypto games in the bear market at this? It's
supposed to be play to earn, right?
Well, it's supposed to be play to earn, but then people forgot about the whole play to earn thing after Pixels. I mean, that's not a thing anymore. It used to be a thing. We can bring the narrative just play for bankruptcy. That's the new model.
Play to make sure the company gets money and rev.
Yeah, play to make sure the company gets money and revenue. So Michael's a lot better at the whole data analysis thing than me. He wanted me to show this liquidation map. Now this looks like a whole lot of Fugazi to me. What does this show to all the normies in crypto?
Here, let me share a screen and I'll kind of show you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, because for let me see what.
Do your thing. We believe. Of course. We have a lot of very important people buying our bags at the moment as well, which we always love to see. I watched this video which was featuring CoffeeZilla, and it was talking about whether Bitcoin is legit now. And it was all these reporters talking about the fact that 99% of all altcoins are just scams at this point. But there's one thing that's not a scam, and it's Bitcoin. 70 to 80% drop from the top. Stop talking. We don't want to hear bearish sentiment. Well, Michael's probably going to be a little bit bearish right now, but tell me what the charts are saying.
I'm actually going to be bullish.
What are the charts saying?
So if you look at the liquidation heat map, right? So the liquidation heat map is basically showing you where people are going to get, right? So for longs, they look at where the shorts are. For shorts, they look at where the longs are. If you look at 7-day for Bitcoin, the liquidation heat map shows that if you look at the 50x and 100x leverages that have been getting accumulated over the time, in 30 days, basically the majority of the liquidations have happened around this upper level. And of course, like if we go over to 107 and stuff like that, it's going to be even higher. I think, how much is this actually placed in? This is 2.8 billion. While this one is at 400 and this is actually accumulated short leverage, which is 439. But here's the interesting thing. You look at all the way down here compared to up here, you want to wreck the area that's going to have the most money. So if in trading, you look at it like a risk reward, right? If you're going to scoop this much amount of money, yeah, you'll push Bitcoin to 84K, or you can bring it back up and clear the rest of this. So there's actually more money to be made in long and making sure that they actually long whenever they stop hunt. If you look at also Bitcoin's liquidations as well. So just Bitcoin's
So is the price going up or down?
I
think we're going up.
It's going up.
I think we're going up.
Right.
I hate to be that guy, but everybody's bear posting saying that we should go to McDonald's, but I don't know about you. I think we retest 106, 107. Then we'll have another retest at 100K. Then maybe we can see a break of that
105.
range.
So right now the range is okay. Look, there's a wall at 101 or 116. Right? Okay. There's a smaller wall at 92. I don't think we're gonna push down to 92, but here's a little bit of a scary one, which is 87. I did say 87 was going to be an area I'm actually looking at, just because of the fact that if someone wants to actually, kill the markets, yeah, they'll push for profitability towards this area. But this is also still in play as well, right? Because you can also do a slow creep down. So I always look at the liquidations just to see. You can also go to, this is on CoinGlass, by the way. So you just go to CoinGlass and look up Bitcoin or you
Yeah.
can look at different pairs. So literally right now we're at what, 95. So it's a hedge bet right now. There's no market trades. It's literally within that middle point. The range would be 93.3 and 98. So anything outside of that would start getting a little choppy.
Yeah, that's
Right.
fair
So
enough.
basically, if bears can push it down to here and it doesn't bounce, then basically it's going to continue on going down and trying to push.
Yeah, so something we've been doing lately is the trading competition with TradingView. Tell them exactly your highest P&L trade. Just so the audience could know. Was it in crypto? Was it in gold? Was it up your, like where was that? Where was your best performing trade?
It was actually, it's funny because TradingView, so they have this competition called the Leap. And for the Leap, basically it's like they give you a paper trading account. So it's like 100K. And you get to trade within its parameters. So you can trade, I think at the time it was Bitcoin, ETH, gold, oil, S&P, and NASDAQ, like basically stocks, right? Type of stuff. And one of the things that I did was I max leveraged, just bought Bitcoin. And I forgot about it for a little bit. Not going to lie. I came back and I was like, I'm in the top 1% of traders. This is pretty freaking easy. Right? That's literally all I did. And to push into the top 1% of the competition, all I did was literally just bought Bitcoin. So basically that 100K, I placed it. Of course, you have to buy some ETH and stuff like that. They give you limits on how much you can actually purchase. So, instead of going long on you can't place 100K into Bitcoin. So you place like 50K into Bitcoin. The other 50 is like ETH. There we go. Outperform the entire market. And I think at that time, Bitcoin was like 25 or 30 or so. So yeah.
Yeah, but also like recently, there's this stock that keeps moving up. I don't know if the world is doomed or what, or if inflation is moving forward. This is what I'm trying to get at, Michael. I'm trying to get at the damn stock market because the stock market keeps going up, and I'm jealous of everybody in the S&P 500 right now. They're all printing. Everything keeps going up. I did see, however, recently, and I'll show this. I was at the gym pumping the weights. Meta's been dumping. All these AI companies over the past month have just been jeeting to oblivion. The Magnificent Seven is finally correcting. Tech stocks are correcting. And I'm like, is there a correlation between these tech stocks and Bitcoin? If yes, when will the tech stocks seek relief? I've always thought that Bitcoin, it's technology. The US is deep into crypto. They want these companies to succeed. So if they want US tech to succeed, they want Bitcoin to succeed. That's the way I've always thought about it. So if we're going to be finding relief, which coincidentally around this time is when the crypto markets kind of started doing their thing, when will the tech stocks pump? And given the fact that you are printing off SPY, don't worry, Trump will save us. Yeah, it's okay. Elizabeth Warren's going to save us with her anti-crypto army. I'm sure that's going to make a massive impact for our society. It's going to be a great thing, guys. It's going to be massive. It's going to be huge. I'm looking at this chart, though. When these tech companies come back, I think Bitcoin's going to have a ripper run and altcoins are going to have a ripper. Because from my perspective, we are in low trust society mode. Society doesn't trust these altcoins like they did back in 21. We used to be moon boys. I was looking at the
we used to be videos. Moon boys.
Yeah,
we're still moon boys.
Wait. I'm trying to get to the point. We used to be moon boys on all alts. Like literally everything, dude. It could be the worst shitcoin in the world. I was like, yep, that thing's going at $300 billion per coin. It had no utility at all. It had no basis. It was bundled to oblivion. Yeah, we're going at 300 bill. These days, we don't really think that way. I personally think more in like, you got to be logical. This company needs to make revenue. It needs to be on a narrative. We're overcomplicating the crypto market. You told me something, though, this was like 2 days ago, where you told me that the richest people in crypto are the people that have the least logic. And so when you were telling me your top trade, you were like, okay, well, like my top trade is this Bitcoin long that I forgot about. The first thing that comes to my mind is, what was my most profitable trade? It was like these random axes that I had absolutely no idea about that I just happened to be right about. Logic is out of the window when it comes to crypto. It just doesn't work. The guys that try to actually push a specific narrative and a specific reason to be in the crypto markets, they're either insider on this stuff or they're not going to make any money. That's what it is. Because if we put too much logic on it and we put real reasoning on it, then it's probably already baked in on the price. Something I found that was really interesting that I think would be interesting to get your thoughts on is Zcash. Is Zcash going to pass Ethereum? Like, what in the world is going on with this coin? It just keeps going up, dude. Like, what is wrong with this coin? It's going to pass it.
Zcash it's a very old coin, right? It's been around the block for a little bit, right? The thing about it is that privacy started becoming an issue. I mean, since the beginning, privacy has been here for everything. That's why we created blockchains. We wanted to have privacy permissions. The narrative that's going to be pushed for, I mean, like every one of them always has its run, no matter what. Because if you're able to have that much volume over the years on there, people are buying Zcash to avoid paying taxes. I mean, if you have an asset just accumulate for multiple years on spot volume, it's going to have its moment. You look at like when XRP pumped, you looked at when Solana pumped and everything.
Right.
Like, there's places, or even like Polygon, whenever it ranges for multiple years, there's always going to be bag holders. And what happens is that sometimes the bag holders had enough of it, right? Okay. So they'll sell out, right? And they'll become the paper hands that people purchase from. And if you look at the ones that actually want to accumulate assets, you never want to buy at the top range. You always want to buy at the at the smaller ranges to basically, hey, look, yeah, you want to buy when it's like blood in the, it's called blood in the streets. Literally, when there's blood in the streets and you're like, dude, everyone's selling, cool. That's what you should probably start buying, because that's when I think that assets are at discounts and they're at basically like asset fire sales and everything. And people are like, hey, I mean, Bitcoin's at 90 right now. Dude, I remember when Bitcoin crashed to 3K during COVID. Like everyone was trying to sell. And at that time, I guess that was probably my best trade. I did 100x long on Bitcoin. And degenerate. At 3K, it just never went back down. It just literally touched, cleared, went back up.
Massive position size, guys. He put billions of dollars into that 100x trade. Buy my course now.
No, it's sometimes like how you were saying, like a lot of the tokens that you think that have these narratives is like,
right.
Honestly, like, do you guys actually really care about privacy? Like, there's not a lot of privacy.
A fancy narrative. That's all it is. No one cares. Everyone thought Bitcoin was private. Then it was Ethereum was private. The dApps were private. And then we moved on to decentralized stuff. And then everything was centralized. It's like none of that stuff matters. It's all just big old buzzwords. That's all they are.
It's narratives, right? And like the privacy narrative is always going to be hot because we're in the crypto industry. So it's like one of the founding keywords and stuff. And the thing about privacy is that like a lot of people really don't, I mean, Bitcoin is not private at all.
No,
it's like, not. Oh, Bitcoin's used for criminals. I'm like, dude, you're the dumbest criminal if you use Bitcoin to transact, bro. Like everything is on chain. They're like, oh, well, they do it now on Ethereum and Tether. It's like same thing. It's like it's all tracked on the chain, right? So you want to go to an area to where you can mass transactions or high transactions. Cool. I mean, why is it Monero pumping?
Because apparently the way that they do their stuff, it's like Tornado Cash. They just mix
it's transactions. Bulletproof transactions to where one transaction goes in and it produces 10 transactions, right?
Right.
Wouldn't that be more secure than having?
I mean, they're pumping though. Look at their chart. This is like what, all-time highs
for Monero?
Damn! Look at Monero. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Look at this.
Monero is like what?
Dude, it's at all-time highs right now. Yeah.
But look at that compared to Zcash, right?
Man, I mean, it's a better chart than Zcash. Way better chart than Zcash. Yes.
You're up absolutely. 10%. Wait.
Well, yeah, we're up, but look at the all-time high. All-time was $5,941.
Okay, so 21% in 1 week.
Well, yes, by a market cap standpoint, yes, blasted
21%. Well, Zcash pushes up 30, right? So Zcash is
obviously Zcash is pumping more, but still, these two charts are phenomenal.
It's the narrative, right? Both of them are privacy. So privacy is popping off right now.
Oh yeah, it's big time popping off. What do you think about the H-bar chart right now? We have a comment here. H-bar not bad right now. It's not 5 cents, but not a bad entry still. What do you think about this?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah, rip it.
Okay, so H-bars, all-time high is at 57 cents, which is 72% down. The low is already cleared at 1. Right now it's in the middle. So it's basically like a lot of these tokens are now in their range to where it's like, I think this is not price discovery, but price valuation of like, hey, this is where it should have been, right? It should have been pushed towards this area. And it's always a medium, right? Like if you start out at and aiming for that all-time high, you usually want to have the mid-range. So I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad.
But
I
look at
wouldn't
the market
trade it
cap.
right now.
Look at the market cap.
I mean, market cap can always be skewed on a lot of tokens.
That's true. There's been a lot of inflation on this coin.
So it's like, I wouldn't trade it. Well, not me personally, because it's not something that I like to trade.
Okay. Yeah, I respect that. 100%. I mean, it's kind of a limbo mode. You can't be bullish. You can't be bearish. You can't be in the middle.
It needs to do something, right? So like,
yeah,
every chain has it to where once they're in that limbo phase, they need to break out of it. So whether it's marketing, whether it's pushing, right, to get more exposure and everything, it always has to have that moment to where it starts popping off from it. But whenever 100%. Projects are in that limbo phase, it's also smart for them too. It's because you don't know which direction the market is going to go. And you don't want to start spending, crazy amounts of marketing dollars. And then all of a sudden it's like bear market. It's like, wow, you just wasted a shit ton of money.
And make sure you're tapping the like, boys. Are we bullish or bearish right now? We have to give one answer. We can't say two.
So you didn't vote?
I haven't voted on my own thing. I know. I'm like starting to do this community tab thing. I even put my face on it because I think it's really funny to put my own face on it. But I mean, I don't know. I always lean bullish, but I'm also delusional. That's a reason that I've made money in crypto. I'm delusional. I always bias positive, always positive bias, because inflation is the thing, guys. The S&P 500 is going to go up forever. It's never going to go down. It's just not going to happen. I was trading
it the other day. It
might go down 20%. It's not going to happen. I'm not convinced.
I am convinced that, okay, so I was trading it the other day because like the TradingView Leap competition, right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, like I've never like fully just sat there and watched a chart for ES or look at like the NASDAQ, right? So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, okay, it's just going up. Okay, it's just going up. Okay, it's just going up. Oh, okay, it's just going up.
Okay.
And I was like, it's gotta go down sometime. Nope, it's going up. It's going up. It's going up. And I'm like, dude, what? This is probably the easiest freaking trade ever. It's just literally just long it, right? And then it starts dumping a little bit, and then it dumps, pump, dump. Dude, you literally look at it in terms of like if you're looking at Bitcoin's price action to looking at like the ES's price action, it's completely different worlds. Like you see Bitcoin, it's like, hey, look, it's testing a level. It's like, cool. You will see it dump. It's like ES is testing all-time high again. It's like higher. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, but are you doing options trading on your
futures
contracts?
No, futures.
Interesting. Futures. Yeah. So you only have to deal with the funding rate. You don't have to deal with the Greeks at all. I've always found the Greeks are just so heavily skewed toward whoever the hell is supplying them. Whoever's selling contracts is just milking it. If you're buying contracts and you're not you're not doing leaps, like you're just getting rugged. You're getting rugged over and over. The theta is too high on a lot of these trades.
And if you think you're a profitable trader, just do paper trades in the beginning. Like,
yeah,
instead of actually losing money in the market or winning money in the market, it's like you start learning how to actually be in the market. And some of these things like liquidity sweep, how they were saying, like the liquidity sweep, it happens based on how do you make the most amount of money in this market. So if the herd is going one direction, you literally just want to clear it.
We need
to like right now.
Yeah.
Right now, the fear and greed index is at 16, is pushing down. But if you look at it, like 60, what was it? 87K is still in play. That doesn't mean that they're gonna, hey, look, I'm not gonna take it. But the risk to reward, are they going to push it down to 87? And if they do, then cool. But you also have, I think it's like 2 CME gaps. So the CME gap is at 90. I think it was.
Share your screen. Let's see. Let's see it.
Let me find the CME gaps on here. While I do that,
I will continue. Anyway, so we saw a whale today, bought $25 million 6 hours ago. This guy has over $400 million in Bitcoin. Who is this? Do you know who this is?
No.
Who in the world?
This guy
could be
keeps on
that
buying.
much?
Okay, so the post is basically this guy placed like $100 into a wallet about like a year ago. Literally placed $100, forgets about it for 6 months, and I was like, all right, cool. His next transaction literally is like millions.
Yeah, it's like 100 million. It's like some insane amount, and then he just keeps buying. Who is
Okay,
this?
so the first one is 0.001 BTC, and then it's like, cool, I'm just nonchalantly just gonna place in 900 Bitcoin, which is 93.75 million. All right, 6 months ago. And then during that time, he also placed in another 820. And then slowly they would basically just like sell some of these Bitcoins, right? Within that same 6 month window. But for some reason, it started accumulating again. So it started accumulating about 3 weeks ago.
All of it's on Binance.
Yeah. So like the history of like ramping up, it started ramping up like 3 weeks ago or so. But yeah, today it basically just said, hey, look, you guys are selling. Thank you. Here's 24 million, which is 251 Bitcoin, just placing into his wallet. He now sits at what, 401 mil in Bitcoin.
Yeah, just a
which
small
is 4,000
loan.
Bitcoin.
Small loan of $400 million. If he dumped that in one go, where would the price of Bitcoin be?
The same. I mean, what,
Really?
BlackRock dumped what, $1 billion and stuff, and we still managed the outflows.
It's Barron. It's our quant. It's our quant.
it's the thing about the markets is too liquid now, right? It's like you will find a buyer of last resort no matter what, right? Because the demand is still there. It's not like it's an asset that's going to just be like no one wants to purchase it, so you're just basically looking at the lowest possible price. The markets could trade literally anywhere.
Yeah.
And like there's always demand from each side. So for Bitcoin, I think whenever they did the over-the-counter trade with their private client, BlackRock dumped it for them and everything, and barely touched the market. It was like one of the biggest outflows of the ETFs, and we weathered it, and then afterwards is like, all right, cool, we're back to normal.
Yeah, in terms of outflows though, we had Arkham post. Did Saylor sell $4 billion? There has been an onslaught of just pure slop on the timeline over the past 24 hours. I have never seen such a bad, piss poor timeline coming from X. It's all trash. All of the information coming out here on X is just trash. People are saying this guy's selling, this guy's buying, this guy's going ahead and taking a piss outside. Like, well, what is this guy doing? Well, on-chain shows outflows to custodial wallets. Very interesting. Strategy's been moving billions of dollars of Bitcoin in the past 2 weeks as part of what appears to be a change in custodians for some of their Bitcoin. So people are freaking out about that. We also had Michael Saylor, which, I mean, let's be honest, it's Daddy Saylor. That's how we call him these days. Socks on, of course. Here's what he had to say today on CNBC.
Michael, given where Bitcoin's trading right now, are you buying?
We are buying. We're buying quite a lot, actually, and we'll actually report our next buys on Monday morning. I think people will be pleasantly surprised. In fact, we've been accelerating our purchases.
Are you ever not buying, Michael?
No, we're always buying. Bitcoin's always a good investment.
I love how this guy talks, man. You know, they dunk on YouTubers for doing these price predictions like, oh, you know, Bitcoin's going to 200K, blah, blah, blah. Bro, this guy has like a $13 billion per coin price prediction probably somewhere down the line. Just like, buy my bags, please buy.
I'll tell you, it's like the tweet that I placed. I was like day 39 of buying the dip. It's like Saylor's like, bro, we bought every single day last week. Like, just letting you know, we're buying always.
we don't stop buying, guys. It's fine. Another one that's bull posting. Coin Bureau said, check this out. Bitcoin's death cross is coming. It sounds like a terrible thing, right? Death cross, we're all going to die. It's okay, guys, though. Our channels, they need to pump, and so we need the charts to pump. It could send Bitcoin to $130,000. He's saying every single time the 50 MA slip below, Bitcoin rallied to new all-time highs. Oh, yeah, a 35% rally would put Bitcoin near 130K by May of 2026. This is the beautiful chart that he went ahead and created. I love this guy because the more the chart moves up and to the right, the more I like him. Saylor's literally insane. You've got to be insane, though, if you're pouring that much money into crypto and you're raising that much money and you have that much liability. Like, you got to have something wrong with you in the head. That's the only way you get to a position of power that high. So I'm hoping he's somewhat insane. If you're sane and you're a leader, you got to be insane. You have to be insane.
It's like how we were saying with crypto earlier. It's like, if you really want to make it in crypto, you have to be a little delusional. It's like, hey, look, we're saying we're going to buy Bitcoin now. And some people are like, what the
Yeah, I am not rational. The way I trade is not rational at all. It's not based on logic. It's based on delusion. It's just delusion tends to triumph logic. The market will be irrational longer than you can be rational. I mean, that's a guarantee. It's going to be a fucking guarantee no matter what. So the sooner people realize that, the better. I love him, though. I love this guy. The amount of yapping he does is just, it's godlike. But he's not the only yapper. There's another chief yapper out there. Tom Lee. He talked yesterday on the closing bell. Here's what he thinks about the markets coming up here.
Probably
market.
What?
Before we start, why is it like Saylor and Tom Lee, like they used to look so good on TV and now they just don't care. Like look at him. It's like talking for the 100th time. Like Michael Saylor's like, why Bitcoin? You asked me this a million times, bro. Like, okay.
Literally our thumbnail, the dude looks depressed.
No, Tom looks like he just came out of a trading session of like, oh, these guys just keep on trying to short, huh? Do they just keep on trying to short?
Okay. Let's see.
Trying to FUD my bags.
Look, he's even an influencer. He has early access to his market outlook. Okay, let's see.
Wobble, and then stocks that are quite popular like AI and the quantums and nuclear come down so hard. But it is consistent with the idea that, we were up 6 months through October, so the market's overbought. We expected 2 weeks of consolidation, which is what we're getting. And then, of course, as you know, there's hawkish Fed talk, so there's a bit of a tantrum the market's having. But between now and year end, we still have really good seasonals. The earnings have been good. Sentiment has flipped negative, Scott, as you could tell. I mean, the AAI went to negative 17.5. So I'd say the risk reward is still really good for equities into year end. And yeah, I think the S&P will be over 7,000 by the end of the year. In fact, maybe over 7,000 by the end of the month.
Oh, look at him go. 7,000 on the S&P 500. Isn't S&P, is he saying 700 or 7,000? What is he talking about?
7,000 for S&P. S&P is,
I understand.
This chart, I literally was just looking at it and all of a sudden it's like, dude, it's just literally up.
I can see it though. We were going to be negative on the day, like 1%. I mean, it was mania in the market. And we ended slightly lower. After markets, we actually went positive. So, yeah, I mean, we have inflation loop. We're just going to keep going up forever. And Tom Lee's here to ride it. I'd rather be a bull than a bear forever. He also bought the dip on Ethereum again. A fresh wallet just withdrew $29 million of Ethereum from Galaxy Digital, which matches BitMine's prior acquisition patterns. Will he ever run out of money? The answer, probably not. He's probably not running out of money. He's just going to buy the entire supply of Ethereum if he has to. So, yeah, it's another $30 million. He's bought, what, $10 billion? Let me look it up.
He's bought at, so just from that, you look at the volume of 24-hour volume, trading volume.
Yeah.
And you would see that he bought a single day's trading volume. Like literally, like if you had an entire market of just everyone selling for a whole complete day.
Here it is.
He got it.
Yeah. So strategy. Wow. They have $60 billion. What? Last time I saw it, they had what, like 40 billion? Dude, that's insane.
He pumped. Imagine if you're in a super lever trade, right? Every dollar that's there for Ethereum is just going to multiply
that's
the
insane.
treasury.
Man, everyone's buying it. Are any of these negative? Okay, so this one's negative, but ETHZilla sounds cringe. Yeah, all the big funds are just buying. I mean, why wouldn't you buy? Imagine you're an American U.S. equity company and you could just pretty much print money out of nothing. to buy cryptocurrencies. I mean, the entire administration is just like hyper bullish on crypto. I actually saw, I didn't mention this to you, Michael. Luca Netz was talking about the IPO of Pudgy Penguins. I think it was yesterday or the day before. And he said that over, no. He's saying that over the next 3 years, they want to IPO during the Trump presidency. So they want to do it during the Trump presidency at some point. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I mean, the only reason that Bitcoin's going to go to Valhalla from here is because the US is just hedging their dollar with crypto, or they're just going deep into crypto, either or.
They're just going to hand them a little Bitcoin check, right, to cash it all out.
A small loan of Bitcoin to cash out the $40 trillion.
I mean, you think about it, it's like, it's, if you know your currency is starting to suffer, right, or even look at it in terms of an extra yield type of, like basically a yield type of asset or commodity that you could use to just lever up, because you know it's going to continue on going up. Like Bitcoin is increasing momentarily, like every single moment it's increasing in terms of network adoption.
Yeah.
So countries are starting to purchase it. You know, we haven't even seen the moments where it was like, dude, imagine like a few years ago when they're like, yeah, the United States is going to say, hey, we're going to buy some Bitcoin, right? Countries are going to start buying Bitcoin, like funds are start buying Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's going to go mainstream. It's like we wouldn't have, we didn't think it was going to get to this level. Well, of course, we knew it was going to happen eventually if we keep on pushing, but the network effect just keeps on scaling from it. But the ones that, once again, like Michael said, like you have to be a little crazy to go for it. It's because you have to go all in, right? If you're going to make it happen, it's like MicroStrategy has revenue that they can use to sustain, to continue on accumulating Bitcoin. The thing is that, I mean, he says he's never going to sell, right? It's going to continue on.
He doesn't need to sell. He could just keep accumulating and sell stock.
You could do that, but I think that later on,
or issue more stock,
it would get to a governmental level to where, you know, there would be closer ties with, hey, the network security is going to be then, you know, bigger factors.
We'll see.
I mean, governments are getting involved now.
They are getting very involved. Why don't we just skip to the part where even is this? The country of Luxembourg. Where are you? Here it is. The Luxembourg finance minister just said he is confident other countries will follow them and buy Bitcoin. And as Michael Saylor says, there's no second best. This is a minute clip. This is a sovereign wealth fund, a country talking about them buying BTC. An entire country.
We do not just promise, but we deliver. Our sovereign wealth fund, investing 1% of its assets in Bitcoin, is not an announcement to seek attention. It's already done. And while the fund's investment policy allows for an allocation in any crypto asset, it has chosen to invest only in Bitcoin. Thank you. Because, as Michael Saylor once said, there is no second best. And we're in it for the long haul. And let me be clear, Luxembourg hodls. We are still early.
They're so cringe.
I'm sure that others will soon follow our lead. As Minister of Finance, I meet with companies and financial institutions from all over the world. Digital assets are a topic that is high on everyone's agenda. Also, to set the context, I would like to tell you a little bit about Luxembourg. Not to give you a sales pitch, but to give you the facts. To explain why my country cares so much about the future of global finance. We are the world's leading cross-border...
Hodl.
Come spend Bitcoin.
Man, when a multi-billionaire just comes and he's like, hodl. It's the funniest shit I've ever seen. It kind of reminds me of, who was it? So Mark Zuckerberg's sister made a song. It was like, we are gonna make it. Do you remember that? That? Dude, that reminds me just like this. And who was it? Michael Saylor actually made a post. Let's go to my feed here. And it was on, where was it? I can't even. Here it was. It was HODL. Look at this post. the cruise
The
ship
Titanic.
is sinking and he's getting
That's
out
not a
on the
really good
lifeboat.
post. It's like it's not a really good post. It's like, hey, look, the ship is
He's
sinking,
baiting. He's baiting people.
right?
You would think these people would be smart enough to buy bottom of the bear. Sounds like he's talking his book. I don't know. Maybe this is the bottom. Maybe we just keep going. Maybe they don't care if it goes down. They'll just keep buying the supply. That's the thing with these wealth funds. They don't want to time the market. They just keep buying. They're going to beat us long term every single time.
They don't care
Another
about
guy
short
that's
term.
beating us, CZ. He's doing some dips. Many dips along the way. This is really what we've come down to.
The dip.
This is really
dip.
Yep. We're cooked. We're absolutely cooked. In 1875, do you believe in astrology, Michael?
Not astrology,
Okay.
but cycles, yes.
Cycles? Okay. So in 1875, an Ohio farmer sketched a simple chart that accurately predicted a century of booms and busts. According to the pattern, 2026 will be a major boom year. So the bust year was 2023, which kind of aligns. And 2026 is the boom year. And then 2032. So it's predicting another 4-year cycle, pretty much, on 2026.
Yeah.
I could
4-year
see that.
cycle.
As
4-year
crazy
cycle
as it
down?
sounds, it looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
The boom is in 2026.
Yep.
I could see this.
But
I don't think it'll
it would
last that
be
long.
No. It wouldn't be that crazy in terms of like it's not going to be like last cycle. I don't think the 4-year cycle, like everyone's like, oh, the 4-year cycle is the same every
It's
single
dead.
time.
It's dead.
I think people are gonna hate me for this.
Uh-oh.
Suzu was probably correct about the super cycle. It's just one cycle too early. And I think the super cycle is going
What
to
did
happen.
Suzu say for the people that are here?
Suzu basically predicted that, last cycle was supposed to be the super cycle for everything, where we would go for like a prolonged bull market.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he was just one cycle too early, right? 2026 is when we literally have a freaking president with a freaking coin. Like if this upcoming cycle, if it doesn't go to a prolonged state, it's I don't think we'll ever have
It's
a
a bad
prolonged.
look. Yeah, it's a bad look for us, for sure.
This is probably
Very,
the
very
most
bad
bullish political moment for us in crypto, and so much liquidity that's been placed in and stuff like that. It's like this has to be kind of like our next breakout cycle, because it's all in phases, right? Like each phase of marketing for market acquisition for people is like you have to have new catalysts. How we were talking about Hedera earlier, is like you have to break out of that range, and that's the same thing for us. It's like we have to push into the new sector, which is basically politics, governments, private equity, and stuff like that.
And that's the entire market just dumping over and over.
There's some green. DeFi. Hello.
Yeah, there's some green. There's some green. We'll see where it goes. I think alts are way oversold at this point, and we'll see where it goes. But that's pretty much going to be the live stream. I mean, let's look before I let you guys go on what people voted on whether or not they're bullish. I actually did this poll near the start of the stream. So, are you bullish? 86% of people are saying yes, and then 14% of people are saying no. I don't know if it's because we're down bad and we want the markets to pump, or if we're actually bullish here, but the facts are the facts. I'm actually curious if this poll's actually gotten any votes yet. Let's see. Yeah, people are bullish. Look at them go. 72%.
I mean, you're at the bottom, right? Like the fear and greed index is like 12. Yeah, we can go a little lower, but cool. Let's say we drop 10% and hit the what was it, 87. It's like the risk to reward ratio to upside is a lot higher than you think. Right?
Yeah, I know.
How much money is it to liquidate the rest of the shorts that are currently in the market? There's more money to kill shorts than it is to kill longs. Right? So max pain equals max reward. You just got to always remember that. Max pain equals max reward. So the most painful thing in the market right now, of course, is to push it down. But like the next phase is like, all right, what's the next max pain moment? The next max pain moment is to kill the shorts. It's always that up and down type of cycle. But dude, if we're at 10, it's majority of the time, whenever it's placed at 10, it's usually a good time to buy. I am looking at long in the market.
Okay.
People can buy, people can sell. I'm not a financial advisor. You're your own adult, right? You can make your own decisions, but I'm just telling you what I see in the market. And looking at it as well is like, yeah, if Bitcoin drops down 10, 15, 20% or so, I would still look at it as basically a discount. Just in my view.
Okay. That's fair. We'll see if your opinion changes tomorrow or the day
well,
after.
There's also
after that.
There is one.
Sure.
Because this guy places money on the table. Right. So there's here, let me share my screen real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
There is a guy with 1.42 billion of ETH on Aave. Billion with a B.
Billion.
Right. So this guy is long 1.42 billion. And what do? The smart thing. They borrowed to buy ETH again. So they basically pulled out a loan for over 200 mil and just said, screw it, we're just going to purchase. Right. So the heavies are getting heavier, right? The whales are just fattening up themselves because basically for the dip, it's easier for them to say, hey, in order for you to liquidate me on this position, right, you're going to have to drop. It's like a 7x trade, right? For 1.42 billion for a $200 million purchase, right? It's like a 7x trade. So for them, they're basically saying if it drops even further down, they're able to take that and say, hey, look, we're still going to be able to pay back because they're just going to continue on compounding. So they're just purchasing. So yeah, if you're bearish on the market,
don't go
selling,
against the guys with unlimited money printing.
You're
selling
into the hands of people that are just going to purchase it from you and then later on dump it on you whenever you're trying to buy at the top.
That's a great lesson for us all, my friends. It was a pleasure to have you all. We'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to try to do these live streams daily. I think we'll cook. We'll cook for sure. Do the news updates. All right, boys. I'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Thank you all for commenting, participating, everything in between. Stay classy, y'all. And I'll see y'all later. Peace, 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 peace.